Hello, hello. This is the my artifact episode number 2389. Today's date is the 27 February 2022. वाजले आता रात्रीचे 10:15. All right. Uh, as what I did today. So today I wake up at 7:30 a.m. and soon as I wake up, I didn't really start working because of that. I am actually like there are some sort of things to do when you living with your parents now. So you have to do some sort of little bit of work. So I started my work at almost like actually I didn't really start work morning. Basically what is exactly happened is that as soon as I wake up, I eat my breakfast. During the breakfast, Vaibhav's called me. He says that he needs his laptop. Sorry, he needs my laptop for he has some sort of mock test and he doesn't have any machine. Okay, and basically it's just like that. Uh, Chalo na, let him have my laptop because of that. His interview is really important. Okay, and soon he if I didn't have that particular period of time, I didn't have that laptop, then I will do some sort of other work, like I will written the script. Okay, because writing the script doesn't need a computer. I can write my script on my cell phone too, so it's good to be. So I said that yeah, okay. So he take my laptop, and while in the morning I will start writing about my project. My next project is travel. Okay, like I'm actually telling about the how things happened and why I decided to be as a travel and what is exactly my thought process and what is all those things. So I didn't really written the structure script. I i i didn't really written the structure script. Let me send his script. Wait. Okay, so okay, where was I? Huh. So I written the script. I written the intro sequence, and that intro sequence is really good. Like actually, it's a very little voiceover. It's not that much, and then after that, I was quickly shifted to the like what is exactly happened in 2020. Okay, and how COVID is actually and what is exactly it affects and everything. Okay, so I need to make sure that my intro sequence has to be done. Like let me tell you one thing, my project is has to be done in very segment format. Because of that I didn't really know what is exactly will became my project. Because of that when the writing process is started now, it's kind of like a very difficult to understand what is the uh, genre of my video. Because of that I am not actually a professional writer who can understand the tone while the writing. Okay, basically is that I create my tone means like that whatever the person who feel after my watching my video. So that tone basically I was actually very much depend on the music. Okay, like if I wanted to be some sort of inspirational or some sort of thing, so I am actually adding some of the musics on that category into my video. So the person who is watching my video who feel that particular tone, who feel that particular feeling. Okay, so this is really important to me. While writing I couldn't really create that tone because I am not actually a kind of like a really good writer. Because of that I seen that I'm not good. Because of that when I'm writing there are so many thoughts in my head, like so many things which just bombarded and I couldn't write. Okay, and when I was writing I couldn't written the one single words as also. So I decided that let's just written a very specific what I wanted to tell the people, and tell those emotions through the editing, and whatever the things required I will add on the script too. So that's why I just make my project in a segment format, so it but really helpful for me. But that is really not. Because of that when you try to do your project in segment format, the project is happened very delay, like a project will not be done in particular period of time, because it's kind of like a you are actually thinking, writing, and then editing and shooting, and there are so many things, and every segments required shooting and editing, shooting, editing, writing, shooting, editing, writing. So basically is that ki having one or more than segments, then it's kind of like a became really lengthy process, like you are actually doing every process twice or more than that. So that's why it's kind of like a bit lengthy. But maybe just like that ki that process for me, okay, I'm not actually recommend this process to the most of the people, but this is actually helping me because of that ki let me tell you one thing ki if I decided that ki I have to complete my script first, so what is exactly happened, I was actually stuck at somewhere, then I was actually stuck, okay, I didn't really proceed even further, okay, I was actually spoiling my head again and again and again, and idea didn't really strike at my head, and I was so frustrated, so anxiety and all those things, okay. And as also there are so many other things which is actually waiting for, like a shooting and editing as also, because these process are takes too much times, okay. Basically editing, okay, it takes too much time. Because of that key, editing is kind of like that key, for me editing is not just it is not just kind of like a cutting between the two clips. No, it's kind of like a very unique process, okay. I need to create that particular feel, particular tone, particular emotions, okay. So finding that particular song, particular emotions to represent my story, so it takes too much time, okay. So that's why I decided that key, let's make it in the segment way, which is kind of like a very helpful for me, and I will not really hectic while doing my project. So that's why I'm really focused on that. So what is exactly is did like what is exactly I did in the morning is that I written the intro sequence, okay, the whatever the intro sequence I need, and then after that laptop came at 12 p.m. and as soon as my laptop came, I started doing my work. I started my work almost like 12 a.m. okay. So soon as I started my work, there is a so many games I didn't really edit it, okay. Like there are almost like a 7 hours of data right now. It has 5 hours of data, five maybe 530 hours of data. So I have to edit those data, okay. And it's kind of like a bit really like basically is that you have almost like a 5 or 6 hours of data, and you are splitting those data into 20 minutes. So do you really do you really imagine how many parts will create? Basically while editing now, there are so many things that are filtered, okay. Like there are boring situation, there are some sort of things I repeated, like when I was defeating some of the dragons, so I was try to fail every time, like uh, since I am actually try to fight with that dragon, the god of war dragon, I was actually fail. How many times have I fail? Almost like 3 or 4 times, okay. So I cannot add those failure time, okay. It's kind of like a creating so much lengthy, so I will skip those parts, and I will and I attach the particular segment that I defeat that dragons. So it's kind of like a very cool and very great and very time consuming as also, and people don't really feel bored while watching my games. So that's why. So it's kind of like it looks like 8 hours of data, but after converting almost like 8 hours of data, it will create almost like for my experience, it may be 10 or 12 parts, okay. Max to max 15, but it will not much more gone be 15 hours. It was not, okay. And since let me tell you one thing, while playing God of War, I was actually thinking that God of War is actually very big game, okay, like Red Dead Redemption, because while playing Red Dead Redemption, it's kind of like an open world game, survival game, and while I was playing, it's kind of like a very difficult to complete. It's kind of like a very lengthy game. Like I was like, this is the very very long game, very like there are so many missions. It took me almost like 100 parts to complete the entire game. Okay, and I was thinking that ki God of War is exactly like that because, and let me tell you one thing, while playing God of War, na, it was kind of like a really good, like there are so many actions, adventures, dragons, and the skills and the weapons and the way that story behave further ahead. It is really good. It is kind of like a feel really inspired. And while I was playing that game, I was not actually playing that game, I was actually reliving that character, attaching to that character, and feeling the story and understanding the story, what is exactly happened in the future, what is exactly happening in the further. So I'm actually very much excited while playing this game. But since I complete that game in very like I was never really think that कि ये इतना जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाएगा, बट ख़त्म हो गया. ओके, वेल लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, इट्स नॉट जल्दी ख़त्म हो गया. नो, इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक ए यू प्ले दैट गेम अ लॉट. ओके, एक दिन में 2 घंटे 2.5 घंटे गेम खेल रहा है बेसिकली ना. लाइक लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, व्हाट इज़ द एवरेज लेंथ ऑफ द गेम is almost like the 12 hour or maybe 20 hours. Okay, yeah, 11 hours. Okay, like let me tell you one thing, when I went to the YouTube and find out the total length of the God of War 4 2018 edition, it is actually a 12 hour, 11 hour 57 or maybe 58 minutes, so maybe it's just like a 12 hour. Okay, so if you try to convert 12 hour into the 8 20 minutes parts, so it will transcode, or maybe it will shift it to how many parts, maybe 40 or 50 parts. Okay, and since I already upload 20 parts and this is 20 parts, so maybe almost like a 40, maybe 40 45 parts. Okay, but it is good, it is great. Like while playing this game, its experience is really good and great. Still my games are not edited. Okay, like there are so many things. As also there is one thing which is I really need to understand is the YouTube shorts. Yeah, YouTube shorts is very important in your channel. Okay, because of that my games are actually very long. Okay, since you are actually converting those games into the 20 minutes part, but still 20 minutes is very much big. Because of that, let me tell you one thing, no one is actually very much game fan. Okay, like most of the people is actually play a game while they are in the college or maybe some sort of thing. Let me tell you one thing, the what is exactly a gamer means like that ki they actually play games since the childhood, and they are actually playing games at that position. Like let me tell you one thing, कि at certain period, certain age you are not actually play games. Okay, like अभी मैं 25 साल का हो गया हूँ, तो अभी इसके बाद मैं अभी गेम्स नहीं खेलूँगा. like I am actually mature or something like that, so I will not play games. ठीक है, बच्चा था तो चलो खेल लेते वीडियो गेम्स. ओके, बट अभी नहीं खेलेंगे. हाँ, लाइक ये ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं. या इट जस्ट नॉट लाइक दैट. और गेमर्स के जो लाइक लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, कि गेम्स को जो फॉलो करने वाले जो लोग हैं वो बहुत कम है एज़ कम्पेयर टू लाइक इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ वेरी लेस. ओके, सो that's why YouTube short is actually helping for those people who is actually lost touch in the game, and those shots is actually 10-second, 20-second, or maybe 40-second shots, actually telling them how good is game, like what is exactly the way that you play before the games is not. The today's game is actually way even much more than that. Okay, क्योंकि अभी जो गेम्स बन रहे हैं या अभी जो गेम्स खेले जाते हैं, इस गेम को बच्चों वाले वीडियो गेम है ही नहीं है. इट्स नॉट, ये बच्चों वाले गेम है ही नहीं. डेफिनेटली नॉट. क्योंकि इसमें जिस तरह से लेवल्स है, जिस तरह से कठिनाइयाँ है, और जिस तरह से आई डोंट नो, इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ वेरी मच कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, डिड यू प्ले द कंट्रोल? ओके, ये इतना डिफ़िकल्ट है भाई, इतना डिफ़िकल्ट. लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, कि इफ़ आई डिडंट रियली टेक सपोर्ट्स फ्रॉम द इंटरनेट ना, आई डिडंट इवन क्रैक द फर्स्ट और सेकंड लेवल, बिकॉज पता ही नहीं कहाँ जाना पड़ता है. फिगर इट आउट ही करते रहे तो आप जा रहे हो, एंड देयर आर सो मेनी एनिमीज, आप उनको मार भी नहीं सकते. इट वॉज सो डिफिकल्ट, एंड यू कैन नॉट चूज द डिफिकल्टी लेवल. ओके, लाइक ईजी, हार्ड, और मे बी नॉर्मल. इट डज नॉट हैव दैट. So and let me tell you one thing, that there is a one level in the control called HRA lab, okay, and that level is actually crack out if you are a scientist, okay. उसके लिए नहीं का आपको वो बच्चों वाले वो गेम है ही नहीं, वो लेवल्स क्रैक आउट करने के लिए नहीं क्या आपको आपको लाइक यू हैव टू बी साइंटिस्ट, ओके. इतना जस्ट लाइक there are so many science languages and you need to understand which machine is understand what language, and that level is so difficult. इतना difficult है यार भाई. Let me tell you dot भाई, I was fucked up, okay. There are so like यहाँ पे नहीं का दिमाग ऐसा घिस जाता है, okay. So it was so good. Like I didn't really play a game a lot, okay. Like I was playing game since last year, okay, like from November 2021, okay. And since that I play, how many games I play? Almost like that ki 8 or 9 games I play, okay. And during like and uh, and those games are actually like there is one game, Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1, the story was bhai kamal. Black Ops 2, I didn't really like Black Ops 2. Yeah, Black Ops 1 bhai kamal, it's like a really best, okay. Then after that Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption 2, it's kind of like a really good grade. It's really good graphics, okay. It's open world game. It's kind of like you are exploring so many things, but the story is not that good. Like I expect so much, okay. But okay, it's good now. Like whatever the expectations, Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually filling those expectations. So I'm really good. Yeah, like the graphics is really good. The way that you play, it's really good and really great. But story is not really great. Yeah, like I was actually thinking that the story will be end with the Arthur Morgan, but after the end of the Arthur Morgan is actually a leading character. After the end of the lead character, there is some sort of another character is born, and it's kind of like some sort of epilogue, okay. And 20 parts is actually filled with those epilogues. So yeah, I mean, like from the perspective of the graphics, it's good, okay. Control game is like मेरे से ये गेम कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ तो ये इसकी स्टोरी बहुत ही खतरनाक है. Like I went to the internet and tried to look for the story of the Control. It was so much भयानक. ये इतना खतरनाक है कि I didn't really expect that much, okay. Like मैंने जिस तरह से स्टोरी उसकी सुनी है from the YouTube, whoever the person who review those games, when I see that like this game is really good, but मैंने कंप्लीट ही नहीं किया बिकॉज दैट गेम वाज सो डिफिकल्ट. लाइक इतना डिफिकल्ट है ना, मेरे से एक लेवल भी क्रैक आउट नहीं हो रही. दो दिन लग रहे. आई वाज एक्चुअली एंग्जाइटी कि मैं खुद को डाउट करने लगा कि एम आई रियली स्टूपिड कि एक स्टूपिड वीडियो गेम भी कंप्लीट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. या दैट गेम इज सो हार्ड यार, मेरे से नहीं हो गया वो नहीं हुआ मेरे से वो कंट्रोल. इट्स लाइक अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट. या मैंने स्किप कर दिया वो. आई जस्ट play that game. How many parts I play? Almost like the 20 or maybe 30 parts, and then after that I just Batman is really good. I really like the Batman, but there is some sort of bug happened in that game. सबसे गंदा गेम ना मार्वल एवेंजर्स. इतना गंदा इतना गंदा इतना गंदा गेम. जस्ट लाइक वो गेम भी नहीं है. दैट इज़ पता नहीं क्या है वो छोटे बच्चों का भी गेम नहीं है. इट्स वेरी स्टूपिड. वेरी मैंने क्यों खेला पता नहीं. लाइक आई वाज एक्चुअली फैन ऑफ मार्वल गाय, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई प्ले दैट गेम. बट दिस गेम इज़ नॉट रियली वर्थ इट फॉर anyone at all, okay. I hate that game, literally I hate that game. Yeah. And right now I am not actually installed. Like I was actually installed the True Colors, okay. But like this True Colors is not actually a action adventure game. This is actually some sort of kind of like a emotional and kind of like a feeling good and kind of like a something that the friends and what is exactly things happened with her, and it's kind of like a really good. It's not like the let's just play that game na, okay. लेट्स जस्ट कंप्लीट दैट गेम. ओके, इट्स रियली गुड. बट आई डिसाइडेड दैट कि लेट्स बी एडवेंचरस ना, क्योंकि शॉर्ट्स बनाने के लिए नहीं, क्या यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स बनाने के लिए आई नीड टू बी लिटिल बिट ऑफ एडवेंचरस. You will be make adventures, yeah. Okay, I will make shorts. Okay, like actually I'm editing while editing my gameplay. During the editing I was creating some of the YouTube shorts and I will upload those shorts. It really helpful. Let me see the views. Okay, but because since I upload those YouTube shorts and I will quickly get almost like a 2-3 views. Okay, so maybe, and it will really help me. And I usually so many people is recommend ki YouTube shorts is oh my god, I got 1 subscriber. I got I got one. Oh, from the YouTube short I got 1 subscriber, dude. I am actually, oh, watch time, yes, I got 1 subscriber. Oh मेरे बाप, 297 views from, it's, oh, that is so much यार. Oh boy, there are almost like 300 views मिल गए यार. मैं तो अभी तो शॉर्ट्स ही बनाऊंगा. देखना कितना ग्रोथ है यार शॉर्ट्स में. इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ रियली गुड. यानी इट जस्ट लाइक आई अपलोड शॉर्ट्स एट नून, then after that I went to the running and then I came right now. I just like while I was like अभी मैंने आपके सामने ये सारी चीज़ें देखी and then I see that कि 297 views. ओ भाई literally यार, like this is great. I will definitely will Kratos. Yes यार, YouTube Shorts is really good यार. It actually really helping me to get, and it's really great. I seen things very clearly that YouTube Shorts is really good and really great. So I will try to do this thing again and again. Okay, अभी तो शॉर्ट्स ही शॉर्ट्स आएंगे, धड़ शॉर्ट्स आएंगे. Yeah, 7 likes, 1 like. Since I have seen that ना, मैं काफ़ी ये हो गया. Okay, so these are the reasons I will make a shorts ना. अब I am really excited. Okay, अभी तो इतने 300 व्यूज़ आ गए सिर्फ 4 घंटों में. Like मैंने चैनल बनाया 3 महीनों में, इतने व्यूज़ तो 3 महीने मिलाकर भी इतने नहीं होते. लाइक लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग कि मुझे कितने व्यूज़ आए अब तक. मुझे आए अब तक ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 10 से ऊपर तो कभी आए नहीं. ओके, 300 व्यूज़ 4 घंटे में आ गए सिर्फ शॉर्ट्स की वजह से. भाई दिस इज, थैंक यू बाय द वे.